Have you ever wondered why some lipsticks make you glow and others make you look like you belong in the grave? That's all because of color theory. It can be really hard to shop for lip products online and the swatches are not very accurate. I promise you by the end of the video, you'll at least have a really good guideline on how to find your perfect lip shade for your skin tone, no matter what your skin tone is. Also gonna be using the new NYX Cosmetics Lip I.V Gloss Stain. Guys, these are so freaking good and they have so many shades and undertones for like literally every skin tone. That's why I also thought this would be perfect for this video. Before we get into swatching, I first want to explain to you what is color theory. Color theory is a study of how all colors work together and how we perceive them, and it's heavily based off of relative contrast, which is how the color appears based on the background that it's applied on. I'm gonna be referencing the color wheel throughout this video because it's extremely important. We need to understand what the hell is a warm, a cool, and a neutral undertone. Warm undertones have a more orangey hue, warmth in them, a lot of liveliness. And you have cool undertones, which have a lot of blue, a lot of gray, blue, pink, and purple. And the neutral is a combination of the two. First, you need to understand how to identify your undertone. Probably maybe making a completely separate video for this, or it's already up, so definitely go check that out. Some reference, I have medium dark brown skin and a neutral olive undertone. I lean a little bit warmer, but not all the way to golden because undertones are a spectrum. Best tip I could give you is to match the undertone of the lipstick to your undertone. So for example, I have a neutral olive undertone. I try to find a more neutral toned lipstick. Those work best for me. Not only that, it has to match the depth of your skin tone as well. NYX Cosmetics launched 16 beautiful shades, so let's get into swatching with some more explanation. The first thing we need to understand is relative contrast. This is NYX Cosmetics Lip I.V Gloss Serum Stain shade Caramel Drip. It's like a warmish, deeper brown in the tube, right? Even when I swatch it on paper, it's like a mid-tone orangey brown shade, but watch how it looks like on my skin now. It's a little light for me. How it compares on the paper to my lips. I feel like I could slay this though with a little bit of brown lip liner. NYX Cosmetics shade Urban Cafe. Because I lean towards a warmer undertone, I still think this looks really good on my skin tone, but I'm definitely gonna have to make it work with some brown lip liner. I would recommend shade Caramel Drip if you have a light to medium skin tone and a warmer undertone. Now let's try something a little bit cooler toned, but still in the fair to medium shade range. Shade Drippin' in Rose. Cool neutral tone pink shade. It's not all the way gray, which is why it still works for my skin tone. On my lips, it's a little bit lighter than it is on the white paper. My skin tone does also lean a little bit warmer. I forgot to mention that these Lip I.V gloss stains do leave a stain like over time. So the longer that you leave these on your lips, it leaves such a pretty stain. Talk about two that are in my shade range. This is the shade Hydra Honey. Okay, this one, see, it appears very, very cool toned on my skin. My undertone's a little bit warmer than this product. On paper, warmer than it does on my skin. I think this is like a really good nude shade if you're around my skin tone, but I think this is amazing if you're someone with, again, medium-ish skin tone with neutral or cool undertones. This NYX has literally 16 shades. I'm not gonna be able to swatch all of them, but now I kind of want to show you guys some of the deeper shades in this collection because they are so gorgeous. This is the shade Mauve and Moist. I think this is my favorite shade of the entire collection. Beautiful pinky shade. This formula is so plush too. I feel like this one's great for medium to deep skin tones and neutral undertones as well. Called Mocha We Met. This is also one of my favorite shades from this collection. Cool toned, deep brown shade. Crazy is on white paper, it looks a little bit warmer. And that's obviously because I have a warmer undertone. That looks so different. This shade also leaves such a beautiful pinky red stain. Also want to talk about is something called saturation level. Most of the shades that we've swatched so far on the top here have more of a muted saturation level, which is why they also looked more nudie. Nude lip combos have muted saturation levels. Versus these two here, the ones I just swatched, have a very bright saturation. I'll show you guys what that means when it comes to color theory. This is the shade Ready, Set, Wet, and this is a bright, vibrant fuchsia pink. Personally, for me, it's not like my favorite shade. That's because I have a more desaturated skin tone, olive undertone. More desaturated or gray your skin is, more desaturated you want your lip color to be. It, in my opinion, looks the best on someone with vibrant skin tones and cool or very warm undertones and deep skin. Because it's very bright, this is a shade that will work on like every single skin tone. It's not gonna show up ashy and it's not gonna be too deep either. There are such thing as like more universal lip colors. this shade on the paper versus my lips, it looks very similar. I wanted to talk about the 3 deepest shades in the collection. Do you notice how they're all different undertones? Grape Gushin, a very cool toned deep shade. This is gonna look stunning on my really deep toned, cool toned girlies. I already posted about these 2 shades on my YouTube shorts and swatched them, but I wanna show you guys Water Bout Wine looks on my skin tone. Deep, rich, cool toned red shade, but it's also desaturated. Because this does have a cooler undertone, I would recommend this to someone with deeper skin and neutral or cooler undertones. Also take the time to make a cute little graph comparing fair to deep skin, cool to warm undertones for the NYX Cosmetics Lip I.V Gloss Stains. Screenshot or stop the video. That being said, color theory should not deter you from wearing the shade that you want. This is just a guideline to help you understand what shades might look good or not look good on you. Don't stifle creative freedom. And makeup is personal. 2 main takeaways if you are confused about color theory and how to find your perfect lip shade is to match the depth of the product to your skin tone, and undertone of the product needs to match your undertone as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment. Huge thank you to NYX Cosmetics for sponsoring my first ever long form YouTube video. Definitely recommend checking these out.